Listen, let me tell you something real. Pain is the price of greatness, and if you're not willing to suffer a little, you're never going to achieve what you say you want. Most people think success comes easy, like it's handed out to those who just dream big, but that's a lie. Real success, the kind that changes your life, that commands respect, that leaves a legacy, is forged in the fire of struggle. When you're grinding day after day, when the world is telling you give up, that's the moment that determines who you are. You see, quitting is easy. It requires no effort. It requires no sacrifice. It allows you to stay comfortable. It allows you to stay average, but it will never make you extraordinary. Every great person you admire, every millionaire, every leader, every champion, they all went through the moments where they wanted to quit, where their body was tired, where their mind was screaming for relief, but they pushed through. They understood that the pain, the struggle, the setbacks, they were not there to punish them, they were there to prepare them. Pain is temporary, but quitting lasts forever. And let me tell you something else. Your pain is not a sign that you're failing. It's proof that you're trying, that you're doing something that matters. If you're feeling discomfort, if you're feeling stretched, if you're feeling challenged, that means you're growing. That means you are moving closer to the life you want. But here's the thing most people don't get. The world doesn't care about your excuses. The world doesn't slow down for you when you're tired. Life keeps moving, and if you give up, you're choosing to be left behind. You've got to dig deep. You've got to look yourself in the mirror and say, I will not quit. I will not stop. I will not be average. Because every moment you endure, every setback you overcome, every time you push past the fear and the doubt, you're not just surviving, you're building the mental toughness, the resilience, and discipline that separates the winners from the rest, and I promise you it's worth it. One day you'll look back at the moments you wanted to quit and realize that those were the moments that defined you. You'll see that those sleepless nights, those tears, those moments of self-doubt, they were just preparation for the life you've been waiting for. And when that moment comes, when you finally break through, you'll understand that every ounce of struggle was a down payment on your success. So don't cheat yourself. Don't take the easy way out. Embrace the struggle, lean into the pain, and keep moving forward. Because the only way you fail is if you stop trying. Pain is a teacher. Pain is a signal. Pain is a sign that you're on the right path. You just have to stay committed, stay hungry, and remember, tomorrow's success is earned in the grind you put in today. Let me tell you something. Your why has to be bigger than your excuses, and I mean bigger, stronger, louder, something so powerful that it will drag you out of bed on the mornings you don't want to wake up. You see, most people fail not because they don't have the talent, not because they don't have the opportunity, but because their reason for going after their dreams isn't strong enough. Is what keeps you moving when the world is telling you to stop, when your body is tired, when your mind is filled with doubt, and when everybody around you is saying, maybe this isn't for you. That why is bigger than money. It's bigger than comfort. It's bigger than the easy route that everyone else is taking. Your why is why you refuse to quit when the odds are stacked against you, why you push through the rejection, why you get back up after every failure, every letdown, every no that the world throws at you. And here's the truth. If your why is weak, your excuses will be strong. You'll find every reason to stop, to delay, to give up. You'll tell yourself you're too tired, too busy, too overwhelmed, too unlucky. You'll blame the system, the people around you, the circumstances of your life, and you'll convince yourself that it's not possible. But when your why is strong, when it's rooted in purpose, in meaning, in a fire that can't be extinguished, nothing can stop you. When you know exactly what you're fighting for, whether it's your family, your freedom, your legacy, your dreams, or proving to yourself that you can be more, you will never settle for mediocrity. You will never give up just because it's hard, because hard is part of the process. Hard is the training ground for champions, for leaders, for anyone who's serious about living a life that matters. Your why is what pushes you when you have no energy left. Your why is what reminds you that every sacrifice, every sleepless night, every struggle is worth it. Without a why, you are drifting, and life will sweep you along wherever the current takes you. But with a why, you are unstoppable, relentless, focused, and willing to endure anything to reach your goals. That's why I say, before you chase anything in life, before you chase success, money, fame, or recognition, you've got to get crystal clear on your why. And when things get tough, when the world doubts you, when you feel like quitting, when you feel like it's too much, you look at that why and say, no, I'm not done, I'm not stopping, I will push forward because my why is bigger than any excuse, bigger than any obstacle, bigger than anything standing in my way. So find your why, lock it in, hold it close, and let it fuel every decision, every action, every move you make. Because once your why is bigger than your excuses, quitting is no longer an option. You will rise, you will grind, you will conquer, and you will become the person you were born to be. Listen to me closely. Consistency beats motivation every single time. And I want you to really understand what that means, because most people get it wrong. Motivation is temporary. It comes and goes like the weather, sometimes strong, sometimes weak, sometimes not there at all. Some mornings you'll wake up fired up, ready to conquer the world, and other mornings you'll struggle just to get out of bed. That's why relying on motivation is a trap. You cannot depend on how you feel to get things done. You have to depend on what you do. That's where consistency comes in. Consistency is showing up every day, even when you don't feel like it, even when nobody is watching, even when it seems like nothing is changing. Consistency is grinding in silence, pushing through the pain, putting in the work when it feels like it's useless, because you know that every effort compounds over time. Let me break it down for you. Small steps repeated consistently create massive results. A single step might not look like much, a single day might seem insignificant, but over weeks, months, and years, that's how greatness is built. Talent alone is not enough. Luck is not enough. The difference between those who succeed and those who fail is their ability to be consistent. Winners do not wait for motivation to appear. They do not wait for inspiration to strike. They show up, they put in the work, they commit to the process. And let me tell you something else. Consistency is also about discipline. It's about building habits that carry you through the times you don't feel like it, the times you want to quit, the times you feel like life is too heavy. Discipline is what turns action into results, and results into success. And here's the harsh truth. Most people give up because they are waiting to feel ready, waiting to feel motivated, waiting for the perfect moment. That moment never comes. The perfect moment is a myth. The only way to get there is to show up consistently, even when it's hard, even when it's uncomfortable, even when it seems pointless. Every time you push through, you are building momentum. You are strengthening your mind, your body, and your spirit. And one day, all those days you showed up will come together, and you will look back and realize that consistency was the secret. That consistency was what carried you past the obstacles, past the setbacks, past the doubt. Consistency is the bridge between your dreams and your reality. And if you stop showing up, that bridge collapses. So stop waiting for motivation, stop waiting for the feeling, and start building the habit. Commit to showing up every day in every area of your life, and I promise you the results will follow. The grind, the repetition, the effort, it is all worth it, and it all leads to the life you've been working for. Consistency is not flashy, it's not glamorous, it's not exciting, but it is powerful, unstoppable, and it separates the winners from the rest. If you want to achieve greatness, you must embrace consistency, make it your lifestyle, and let it drive you forward no matter what. Listen to me, you are closer than you think, and this is where most people get it wrong. They quit right before the breakthrough, right before the moment when everything changes, and they do it because they can't see the finish line. They think success is supposed to be obvious, supposed to come easy, supposed to happen on their schedule, but that's not how life works. Life doesn't hand out success like candy. It doesn't reward the impatient. It doesn't wait for you to feel ready. Success is earned through struggle, through persistence, through faith in yourself even when the world doubts you. Every day you grind, every step you take, every failure you endure. It's bringing you closer, even if you don't see it yet. You might be thinking, I've been trying for years and nothing is working. But let me tell you something. Progress is happening whether you feel it or not. That's why quitting is the biggest mistake you can make. You see, most people give up just a little too soon, right at the edge of their breakthrough, and then they wonder why everyone else is succeeding while they are stuck. But the truth is, you're closer than you think. You just have to trust the process. You have to have patience and persistence at the same time. You have to understand that your effort today, your sacrifices today, your discipline today, it is all building towards something greater. You may not see the results yet, but they are there, quietly forming behind the scenes, preparing to show up when you least expect it. That's how life works. You sow the seeds, you water them, you endure the storms, and eventually the harvest comes. But if you quit now, you will never experience it. You will never know how close you were to changing everything. I want you to imagine for a second quitting today, giving up on your dream, and never knowing that the opportunity, the breakthrough, the life you've been praying for was right around the corner. That's a life sentence of regret, and it doesn't have to happen to you. You have to push, you have to fight. You have to keep moving, even when it's hard, even when it seems impossible, even when nobody believes in you but yourself. Because here's the truth. The difference between those who succeed and those who fail is that winners don't quit. Winners stay in the fight until they see it through, even when the path is dark, even when the road is long, even when everything in their body is telling them to stop. And eventually, if you keep going, if you stay committed, if you refuse to give up, you will look back and see that all those obstacles, all those hardships, all those moments of doubt, they were leading you right to the moment you were meant to reach. You are closer than you think, but you will never know it unless you keep going. Don't let temporary frustration rob you of permanent success. Keep grinding, keep believing, keep trusting, and know that your breakthrough is coming. It's closer than you think, and it's waiting for the person who refuses to quit.